Ty.
We talked about this before, man. A lack of competition, it can really
Yes.
hinder something. When you're not in a competitive
Yep.
market, your creativity and critical thinking, those skills are not necessary. You're just like, okay, we're gonna put stuff out there because there's nothing else to compete with us. They're either gonna absorb what we threw or not watch anything. So and that's where Marvel's been. Marvel got into a very comfortable, safe space. They're like, oh, there's no competition. We own this market. We got a monopoly on this. We can give them anything right now and tell them, and we can give them peanut butter and tell them it's steak. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where they were. Now DC is starting to progress. DC
Yep.
is not DC still is not up, is still not on Marvel level. However, they are crawling up that cake now. They are starting to pull themselves up that curtain. And before long, they're going to be eye level with the big bad. So Marvel has a decision to make, and they don't have a lot of time because DC is coming. I don't know what this Superman movie is going to look like. I haven't watched one trailer, haven't seen anything, and I'm very proud of myself for that. By the way, so I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything. So if that movie does well, ooh, Marvel, you better watch out, man, because the slate is not gonna stop. Like they got the Green Lantern Corp coming. Aaron Pierre is on Fuego right now. He just did Mufasa Lion King, which was a great movie, by the way. Make sure if you guys yeah, it was great. It was absolutely wonderful story, wonderful scenery, all of that kind of stuff. They sang, they did all of that kind of stuff. The family loved it. It's definitely a good movie if you want to go check it out. But Aaron Pierre, like I said, is on Fuego right now, and so everything he's touching is liable to just go up in flames, and I mean that like in a good way. So,
do you think that Marvel will consider casting him as Kang?
No, I don't think DC. I think DC is going to. I think DC is going to
Marvel
keep him
likes to
so
steal
busy.
DC's characters when they find out they gas.
Well, I don't. I think that stealing is like really not a fair word because
so they're going to pay them more to do their movie. Let me
look. All right, let me just say this:
Henry Cavill was in Deadpool.
Well, let me just say this: when Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck and Jason Momoa all worked for DC,
right?
None of them did any Marvel projects. Okay. It was not until they left DC that they started to go over to Marvel projects. Probably because, and Henry Cavill specifically has a love for this shit. He has a love for this shit. So he wants to be a part of it no matter what. So if I can't work with y'all, I'll go work with them. And I kind of feel like that was because we haven't seen anybody else come over there. So yeah, I got you. But so I just feel like right now they're in a space right now, Marvel is, where you better get it together, and you better get it together real fast because DC is starting to become relevant. And if they ever get it right, if they ever figure it out.
Agreed. I will make one correction. Is be like Ben Affleck started with Marvel, is the original Daredevil. All right. Put some respect on that man's name. And anyway,
that was not the MCU. That was not the MCU. That was not the MCU.
That was not the MCU. I'm not gonna let you clean up that record.
That was probably the only good
that movie still exists. And Colin Farrell, Mr. Penguin himself, was also in the original Daredevil. He was Bullseye. So yes, you're right. It still exists.
You're right.
Sorry, we did not Men in Black.
All I'm saying is
terrible. Marvel won't even claim that shit.
Listen,
They'll be
Bad
Ty
said, that was terrible, and that was Ben Affleck's only good acting.
Oh, come on. Nah.
Only good acting. Swear to God. Swear to God.
I like that flick. I like The Town. I like that flick. Yo, Naughty Flag on the play.
The Accountant was good.
No, I can't let you do that to Bat Flick, yo. Bat Flick, he's one of the good ones, man. Yo,
he's a bad crier. I can't watch him as an actor. He's an ugly crier.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. look, Ben Affleck may have joined the DC Nation recently, but Jason Momoa was already in DC, but now he's just moving from one character to the next. So Mr. Aquaman is now Lobo. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they heard this idea on this show. Because weren't we saying that Jason Momoa should be Lobo? Am I tripping, Ty? Weren't we also saying that? I mean, it was Russo. But if
I was about to say, I was like, I was campaigning for my man Derek
Russo. Then Jason Momoa is a close second.